think just to be fair to, certainly as a business advocate and to consumers in general, everybody is feeling the pinch. You mentioned the high price of oil and gas, the rising cost of food, property taxes continuing to go through the roof. So I think it's tough to convince people that now's a good time to raise your taxes when everybody is suffering so much, and watching the government especially, spending so much. And here in Westchester County, county government's under fire for a number of things. And I just saw Andy Spano over in Denver at the, I saw him last night on the news. Yeah, I think he's over at the convention. But so I just think it's hard to say that, especially.
It is, but again, I would say that people don't realize that inflation is a tax, and that's what's happening by virtue of our being such an indebted country. So people are not given the full picture. They give them half the picture, if even that, to say that you're better off. We're going to just pour money. We're going to send stimulus package. We had to borrow that stimulus.
Right.
We had to borrow it.
And certainly, too, as you touch upon the bailouts of the banks and Freddie Mac, I mean, that's very, very dangerous. We can't predict what's going to happen there. Again, going to fall on the backs of the taxpayers. So.
Well, it absolutely will. And it'll fall on the taxpayers through inflation. Now, I have to say, I never really got that connection until I wrote this last article. Somehow, I don't know how it eluded me, that inflation is tax. So if you're experiencing inflation, you're actually paying a tax, only you're getting no benefit from it, no benefit at all. Now the other side of it is that people, they don't want to pay any taxes, but they want a whole lot of benefit. They're looking at this
is that the
healthcare
monster?
The entitlement monster. The entitlement monster. I'm glad you put it that way.
Well, yeah, you did. I think.
Well, I forgot what I said. The entitlement monster is both at the national level and the personal level. Is how did people think they could manage a McMansion at making, I don't know how much money that they were making, but obviously that was the subprime mess. That people thought they could handle more than they actually could, because I'm worth it. Have you seen that in ads? I'm worth it. Or you're worth it. Well, maybe, but maybe not. So I want to point out this other graph that I have, and it shows where the entitlement is. In the top four...
Oh, this is going to be a surprise.
Oh, yeah. Top four: Social Security, National Defense, Medicare, and Health. Okay, these are the top four. Now, these are all entitlements, and I should say the National Defense is definitely an entitlement, and you recall Eisenhower's statement. It says, beware what is it? The defense something or other. There was another word there, which means that it's so large you can never get control of it, and I would say we're there, for sure. And those are bad enough. Those are bad enough when you look at them and how large they are. However, it's the interest, that's the fifth one. The interest that we're paying on the debt, which, friends, is now 20%. That's of all revenue. Now, how high do you think you can get where you just have no money for anything? Because you're paying it all out in interest. So, I mean, this, I guess I asked someone if they thought I was kind of radical the way I was writing. He says, no, you're not radical. You're logical.
Well, you're not radical, but you're very passionate about these. And
I think I'm just logical. I'm just putting these things together that any other halfwit could put together, but they don't, because that would be politically a disaster. We're going to get elected. So we got a problem. We got a real big problem.